Feng Shui, Wealth, Health, and Improved Relationships by Mindfulness. Written by Kim Chow. Narrated by Scott Clem. Table of Contents. Introduction. Chapter 1. Positive Chi for School-Age Children. Chapter 2. Bedroom Basics. Chapter 3. Design Advice for Beginners. Chapter 4. Get your ex back the Feng Shui way. Chapter 5. Selling your home by using Feng Shui. Chapter 6. Personal Transformation. Chapter 7. Money Management thanks to Feng Shui. Chapter 8. Lucky in Love. Chapter 9. Sleeping Better. Chapter 10. House Shopping with Feng Shui. Chapter 11. Layout for the Feng Shui Home Office. Chapter 12. Happy Homes. Chapter 13. Health Begins with Feng Shui. Chapter 14. Prosperity with Feng Shui. Chapter 15. Feng Shui the Automobile Way. Chapter 16. Storage Tricks. Chapter 17. Feng Shui Romance Tips. Chapter 18. Feng Shui Health Tips. Chapter 19. A Happy Child Through Decorating. Chapter 20. Positive Energy in the Dining Room. Introduction. Feng Shui isn't just for Chinese people. It's not just for spiritual consciousness or a better feeling. It's there to help us in everyday decisions. From finding your dream home to selling your home more effectively, Feng Shui provides answers. It can assist you in creating an atmosphere of play, focus, and learning for your child, manage your money better, enhancing your love life, or getting your old flame back. In this audiobook, I combine some of the rarest, most interesting applications of the Feng Shui way. You might be surprised by how far this ancient Chinese philosophy stretches, and how often it can be utilized in daily life. If you're looking for more peace and harmony in your life, then Feng Shui followers are right on track. You'll learn about health boosts, increasing your wealth, and the way you think about relationships and your loved ones. Don't wait. Start listening to the first chapter. Chapter 1. Positive Chi for School-Age Children. Employing Feng Shui with children can be a great boost for their success in school and in their daily lives, and it all starts with their bedroom. Bedrooms serve many roles for kids who are going to school. It's a spot to sleep, rest, hang out with friends, play, and even study and do homework. By making use of Feng Shui techniques to create a harmonious flow of energy in their personal space, you can ensure their well-being. Work with your child to create a pleasing space that is both Feng Shui friendly as well as something they would like. Offering choices gives them a sense of empowerment, which in turn can lead to an increase in creativity and success. Here are just a few of the many ways you can use Feng Shui for your child's room. 1. Messy rooms need to be cleaned up. Part of the reason for messy rooms is lack of organization. A messy room leads to a disruption of positive Qi, and it can influence your child's growth patterns both physically and mentally. Donate toys they are too old for now, as well as clothing they have grown out of. Provide adequate storage and organizational bins for all of their toys and paraphernalia. 2. If there is a desk in the room, try and make sure that where your child will sit will have a good view of the door. Facing the wall tends to limit children and throw up obstacles. It will also break your child's concentration, which can affect homework. 3. Provide a sense of security through the arrangement of furniture. For instance, while normally you would not put a bed against a wall, you can do so with your child. A physical wall can provide the needed security as long as it has an unobstructed view of the door. 4. Block off one part of their room for their special recognition items like trophies and ribbons. They need a place to brag about their achievements. 5. If there must be electrical equipment in the room like a computer, make sure that it is kept far away from where your child sleeps. This electrical stuff can emit electromagnetic fields, which can be quite harmful over time and also interfere with sleep and resting periods. 6. Energize the space with photos of the child's favorite people, as well as some plants, especially around any of the electrical equipment. The green, thriving plants can absorb some of those harmful EMFs. Increasing a child's capacity of learning and kickstart their imaginations with some strategically placed lamps, or even hang special crystals in the room. 7. The use of color is important in a child's personal space. For growth and development as well as an engaging attitude, greens and blues are the best colors to employ. There are conflicting reports on whether or not to use primary colors, as they tend to stimulate children. Soothing colors are what is best for sleep and relaxation. However, use a bit of vibrant color in the area of the room for playing and enjoyment. This will keep their creativity flowing and their mind sharp. Every child is different, and of course, if you have children who share a room, your Feng Shui job just got harder. Your job is to recognize which type of environment your child will thrive in, and then employ particular Feng Shui design principles to ensure that they have a safe, healthy, and happy room positively flowing with good qi. Remember, it is not just about wall color. It is also about the color of the accessories, too. Chapter 3. Design Advice for Beginners. Feng Shui is not only fun, but beneficial for your home. If you are new to Feng Shui, you should know that it is an ancient Chinese practice that originated several thousand years ago. It combines the arts and sciences to craft a feeling of balance and harmony with universal energy called qi. There are several different schools of thought in terms of Feng Shui, but the bottom line is the same: to achieve a harmonious flow of positive energy. If you would like to employ some Feng Shui in your home, but don't have time to thoroughly study and understand this ancient Chinese practice, you can still create a happy home full of positive energy, peace, happiness, and balance. Here is some quickie design advice for those new to the Feng Shui arena. 1. Color palettes. Color has the power to invoke particular moods with people. Therefore, you will want to choose wall colors as well as the colors of your home decor rather carefully to create a pleasing flow of qi. You should know that each color represents certain qualities, and therefore would work well in some rooms but not others. A few of the basic colors are outlined here based on Feng Shui. Purple. This is the color of royalty and therefore represents abundance and richness as well as change. Because this is such a powerful color, you will not necessarily want to paint an entire room in this color. Accent one wall or have it reflected in the fabrics. Orange. This color tends to invoke hunger and therefore should be used in lighter shades in the bedroom, family, and living areas, and even a child's playroom. It doesn't necessarily represent physical hunger for food, but also hunger for knowledge and other qualities. Green. A color that represents life. It is by turns calming and healing. If you are looking to balance the energy in a room, green is a great color to start. Living rooms and bathrooms benefit greatly. Yellow. This color sparks the imagination and is a happy hue. Use this color in a room such as your home office, where it will inspire creativity and success. 2. Light properties. Feng Shui is a big proponent of light as it can greatly influence our thoughts and moods. Think about it. A small room that is dark invokes a quiet, oppressive mood, whereas the same small room with lots of natural or warm light looks peaceful and inviting. Each room in your home should have some healing light for good Feng Shui. Here are a few things to look for in regards to lighting. Natural sunlight is the best option for brightening a room or lighting the way. Open blinds and skylights will help. Do not use fluorescent lighting as it looks and feels artificial. It will bring negative qi to your room. Use warm light bulbs instead. Dimmer lights are a great idea for each room in your home as you can adjust them according to which room you are in. Low lights invoke romance in the adult bedroom, while a brighter light is attractive for play areas or offices. 3. Textures. Different materials and fabrics not only add personality to a room, but it can also be considered good Feng Shui. For example, braided rugs invoke a homey, cozy feeling, while plush, deep pile carpeting feels luxurious. Throw pillows and blankets also add special touches depending on the types of fabrics used. Soft chenille is a cozy treasure and invites you to hug and touch it. Leather is earthy and rich, giving off a pulsating positive energy. 4. Aromatherapy. How a space smells is also an important part of Feng Shui. In fact, different types of smells will affect the overall qi in a space. Why do you think the smell of good home cooking is so comforting? Candles and essential oils are important parts of making your space smell and be interpreted as good. Some aromas are used to cleanse a room. Sagebrush is burned are popular cleansing agents as in frankincense. There are plenty of other easy tips to employ in terms of Feng Shui. However, if you are a newbie to this whole design genre, start employing the tips aforementioned and enjoy a positive energy flow throughout your home. Chapter 4. Get your ex back the Feng Shui way. Did you know that you may be hindering your love life and that your home environment may be the underlying cause? Feng Shui uses principles of arts and sciences to fashion an environment that reflects the life you want to lead. The most important principle in Feng Shui is all about qi, the positive energy that flows throughout your space. When this qi becomes blocked, this existing qi gets weighed down, creating an oppressive atmosphere. If this happens in the bedroom, where Feng Shui says you should focus on heart matters, you are essentially sabotaging your own romance or love life. By removing those roadblocks in the bedroom, you are recharging that positive qi, which leads to a healthy romance. If you want to know more about removing those roadblocks, listen on for more information on how Feng Shui can help. 1. Clutter has no place in the bedroom. Clean it up. Clutter essentially is one of the biggest roadblocks in Feng Shui. Some people claim that clutter doesn't bother them. However, they are the ones with a variety of problems, including stress. Clutter contributes to an agitated state, even subconsciously, which could interfere with your romantic life whether you are married or single and dating. Do what your parents have often told you throughout your childhood. Clean your room. 2. Show that you want to share your life with someone else. According to Feng Shui principles, even the tidiest of bedrooms can still bring in negative qi, which can disturb your love life. Create space in your closets and dresser drawers, even if you are not romantically involved yet. This opens up the positive qi in the space, which in turn helps you draw love and romance to you. 3. Get rid of clothing and memorabilia from old flames. While old relationships may be long dead, you are still inviting them into your current love life if you hang on to an old teddy bear an ex won at a carnival or a sexy nightshirt from a former boyfriend. There is negative energy attached to these things, and the only way to clear it up is to get rid of it. These include pictures and love letters. 4. Nix the workouts in the bedroom. In other words, keep the stationary bike and treadmill out of the bedroom. The theory of working out, expending a lot of physical energy, can be draining. So in essence, the workout equipment can drain the romance right out of your love life. Relocate your exercise equipment and keep your bedroom a sanctuary from stress. 5. Choose decor and photos carefully for the bedroom. There is no room for dear old dad or grandma's picture in your bedroom. Locate them elsewhere in the home. Having photos of former romantic ties, parents, siblings, and friends in the bedroom makes it seem as if you have chaperones. Treasure those photos in other areas outside the bedroom. Also, your decor should not focus on solo imagery. Choose pairs like candlesticks. Having solo representation in the bedroom invokes solitude and loneliness, according to Feng Shui principles. 6. Rearrange your furniture. First, make sure that your bed is in the proper command position, in a far corner diagonal from the door. This will allow the positive qi to flow around the bed easily without being bombarded if it were to be in a clear path to the door. In addition, make sure that other large pieces of furniture like dressers or wardrobes are not blocking the flow of qi either. 7. Create a romantic atmosphere. Use warm light bulbs and, if possible, indulge in light dimmers. Ensure that no corners of your bedroom appear dark or unkept. Unsqueak doors and tighten loose doorknobs. Have some pretty candles ready to be lit. Scented ones and calming aromas are best, like vanilla or lavender. There are plenty of Feng Shui ideas to create for you a better love life. What is so great is that many of the tips listed here don't really cost any money. You can just work with what you have to create a pleasing life in the romance department. Chapter 5. Selling your home by using Feng Shui. If your home has been on the market for a while with nary a nibble, perhaps you should look into employing some Feng Shui principles in and outside your home. Chances are that once you do, your home will sell lickety-split. If you're a little hazy on what Feng Shui is, it is an ancient Chinese practice that combines art and science to create a pleasing, harmonious space full of positive energy. You see, according to Feng Shui, everything is made up of energy, also known as qi, some good and some bad. If your home is not selling, there may be an overabundance of bad qi which is turning off potential buyers. You need to reverse that bad qi and accentuate the positive. The first thing you need to do is start on the outside of your home and inspect it close up and from at a distance. Get a friend to join you so that you both can compare notes on overall impressions. Is there anything outside that is a turnoff or may cause potential buyers to shy away? Excessive lawn art, landscaping that has not been weeded, or the lack of any landscaping can be quite a turnoff. What you may consider precious in terms of your little lawn gnome may really turn off prospective buyers. Create a clean entrance leading to your home that looks inviting. Keep in mind that good landscaping can up curb appeal and the asking price of your home. Therefore, if you do not have landscaping before and you want to now in order to make your home more attractive for selling, consult with a professional. You cannot afford to waste your time on a potential mistake. If you don't really have a front lawn area to speak of, focus in on your entryway to create a welcoming look. A well-lit entrance earns kudos and is a major part of Feng Shui. If your entryway is large, display a lush green plant near the entrance or some fresh flowers to brighten the area. Mirrors are a great idea for any hallways leading from the entrance into the home. These help reflect any rushing energy coming from the outdoors and slow it down. However, you do not want to put a mirror just opposite of the front door, as that will just bounce back any energy just entering the home, preventing any positive chi from circulating. Part of Feng Shui is about reducing the clutter in your life, or what might be perceived as clutter by a prospective homebuyer. Remove as many knickknacks as possible, and reduce the personal belongings to a bare minimum. By keeping your home open as possible, the prospective homebuyer can see what could be if they were to purchase your home. It's all about the possibilities that the prospect perceives. Dusting is important as well. Dust everything from the ceiling fan blades to the baseboards. Your home may be all about clean lines and less clutter, but if there is dust bunnies chasing your prospective homebuyers around, that could be a big turnoff. The same thing applies to animals as well. Since they shed, you will want to clean up any errant fur and keep Fido or Snowball from meandering through your home when prospects are expected. The kitchen gadgets and appliances should also be kept to a minimum. Too much stuff out on the counters, even if the kitchen is immaculate, can be distracting and look cluttered. And as most people have discovered about Feng Shui, clutter or the perception of clutter is a big no-no. The same principle applies to the bathrooms as well. Put your curling iron, hairdryer, and hot rollers out of sight. Put your toiletries in the medicine cabinet or out of sight. Invoke a spa-type of feel in the bathroom so that prospective homebuyers associate the room with relaxation and pampering. One last trick is to use aromatherapy in your home in anticipation of prospective homebuyers coming to walk through your home. The smell of cinnamon alludes to fresh-baked goodies. Peppermint or citrus in a home office or family room appeals to the senses and is fresh and clean. Use vanilla or lavender in the bathrooms and master bedroom to simulate a calm and tranquil space. By taking care of first impressions like landscaping in the front entrance, you have won half the battle in Feng Shui terms. The most important areas you really need to concentrate on are the master bedroom, bathrooms, and kitchen. These are the primary concerns of home buyers. If they perceive the fact that they could relax, eat, and sleep well in these rooms, then you just might end up with a sold sign outside your home. Chapter 6. Personal Transformation. Feng Shui is not just about transforming your home or office. It is also about transforming your life. With these ancient Chinese principles, you are essentially inviting new growth in relationships, opportunities, and other important areas of life. Of course, the road of Feng Shui enlightenment is not easy. In fact, many times practicing these principles means stepping out of your comfort zone and facing those negative behaviors. By meeting challenges head-on and recognizing weaknesses and strengths, you are allowing Feng Shui to work its true magic. However, if you hide out from the world and basically stay stuck in a rut, you are blocking the positive chi that could really transform your world. If you are truly committed to change, then employing Feng Shui in all areas of life, not just decorative, will garner you great results. It is important to follow through with positive behaviors once you have employed the Feng Shui decorating principles in your home or office area. Otherwise, those changes in the home become short-term and won't have any lasting benefits in other areas of life. Basically, personal transformations as a result of Feng Shui will always be a work in progress. If you do not feel that Feng Shui is working in your life, take a self-assessment and be true to yourself in regards to whether or not your outlook on life and actions are to blame for the failure of good Feng Shui. Here are just a few of these self-assessing questions that should be answered honestly in order to understand where you have failed at your efforts at Feng Shui. 1. Am I proactive at creating new opportunities for myself at work? 2. Can I be more conscientious about maintaining open communications at work and at home? 3. Am I cognizant of slacker habits and work hard to eradicate them? 4. Do I help others both physically and emotionally in any capacity? 5. Can I give or receive with relative ease? 6. Am I generous of my time and money even when I am lacking both? 7. Do I crave the recognition of the spotlight and work hard to get it without hurting anyone else? 8. Can I give my time, love, and support graciously with no expected strings to my family and friends? 9. Am I too proud to ask for help even when I really need it? 10. Can I be more adventurous and open to new ideas? 11. Do I respect what others are thinking and feeling at all times, regardless if I agree with them? The questions here mentioned are just a few of the many leading questions you should ask yourself in order to conduct a self-assessment. How you handle your own life will essentially dictate how well those Feng Shui principles you employed in the home will work. The efforts of each have to balance each other to truly achieve a harmonious flow of positive energy in all areas of home and life. If you use Feng Shui without conducting self-assessments periodically, its overall impact will be disappointing in the long term. For example, if you are looking for love and follow Feng Shui in accordance with creating a pleasing bedroom area to attract romance, yet do not examine your own actions in your previous failed relationships, you will eventually crash and burn in your love life. For some people, Feng Shui makes an immediate impact. For others, slow and steady improvements will eventually win the race. Examining your inner self to determine what you can personally do to change will positively affect your overall qi in other areas of life. Adopt Feng Shui principles not only at home, but also in life. You will achieve great personal growth, which eventually leads to competence and success in other areas of life as well. Chapter 7. Money Management Thanks to Feng Shui. Followers of Feng Shui understand about the different centers of your home, which represent different aspects of your life. If you are looking for love or want to improve a relationship, you work on increasing the positive flow of energy in the bedroom, employing the theories of the 5 elements in relation to colors and other Feng Shui cures like mirrors and crystals. But what if you want to work on your prosperity? In other words, how do you increase your wealth and improve your financial status using Feng Shui principles? According to these ancient Chinese practices, you have a main wealth and prosperity center in your home, as well as special areas within each room. To determine where your main prosperity and wealth center is in your home, position yourself in front of the front entryway of your home and face into the house. The back left-hand side of the home is the area that represents wealth. Now, if you are trying to identify a specific place in each room that is a wealth area, apply the same principles. Stand in your room's doorway, face into the room. Your wealth area in specific rooms is the left-hand side of the room in the back corner. When applying Feng Shui techniques in your home, be sure to identify your main wealth area as well as your secondary ones in each room in your home, like the kitchen, bedroom, and home office. Once you identify your prosperity and wealth areas, you can get to work on increasing the success of those financial hotspots. Here are a few ideas to boost your chances of money success. Banish clutter, specifically from these wealth areas. Clutter is stale, sluggish energy, which can totally congest the flow of your wealth in all areas of life, including money. Rev up your energy engines and clean up the clutter so that you can realize true wealth and success. Display symbols of prosperity in these wealth areas in your home. A lovely bamboo plant, which signifies luck in the Chinese culture, is appropriate anywhere but the bedroom. A decorative bowl or catch-all for your coins is considered lucky as you place your loose change in it each day, thus symbolizing the investment of your success. Whatever you consider lucky can be used as well. Place a picture of the dream car or vacation you have been wanting so that you have a totally visual eye on your goal. If you have anything at all in these wealth areas that does not work, get them fixed immediately. When something is broken in this special prosperity area, that could reflect negatively on your success. Tighten the bolts on your exercise equipment or favorite desk chair. Rewire a light switch that hasn't worked in a while, or fix the height of a table that hinders your ability to use it. Handle your own money carefully to show that you actually value the almighty dollar. File the different bill denominations in your wallet uniformly by having them all face the same way in descending or ascending worth. This move shows that you value the money that you have earned. Be generous in your resources, whether it comes to money or time. Money is energy, and in order for it to be a positive energy, you must be willing to be generous so that the abundance and wealth will be returned to you tenfold. Use the colors purple and green to spice up those money areas in the home. Green represents life, growth, and birth. The purple color is more regal, the color of wealth. There are a variety of crystals you could use, and fresh fruit could even be displayed in a bowl to signify abundance in life. Ensure that your bill-paying place is in the home, whether it is a home office or a kitchen nook that is in the left rear corner of the room, the wealth area. Employ Feng Shui techniques in these wealth areas to boost positive energy flow. Part of attaining wealth and prosperity, according to Feng Shui, is knowing how to be thankful for what you do have in addition to how you use it. By ensuring that the rest of your life is copacetic, you will greatly enhance your chances of wealth and prosperity. Chapter 8. Lucky in Love. Did you know that the placement of your furniture and the overall layout of your bedroom could be affecting your love life? If you are a bit unlucky in love, the energy in your bedroom could be adversely affected by clutter, wrong placement of the bed, and more. Having a negative chi in your private sanctuary known as the bedroom could be what is hindering your progress in the romance department. The main focus of Feng Shui is that everything has a specific energy, and all of these energies work together to create a positive or negative chi. Basically, the environment around you influences your behaviors, as well as how you feel and what you are thinking. Just picture your bedroom dark and cluttered with dirty laundry and other paraphernalia. This environment adds to a feeling of depression and low energy, which in turn just hinders your efforts to scrape up the positive energy to open the space up. In terms of love, this dark, cluttered environment weakens your ability to fascinate and interest potential companions for a happy, satisfying romantic relationship. Issues with Feng Shui principles can also undermine your reputation with others, hinder your ability to meet people, and also foster miscommunication in various relationships, like work and family, in your life. All of this in turn affects your love life as well. Feng Shui is only part of the solution for attracting new romance into your life. However, you must also keep your personal mental health in mind if you are trying to overcome a failed relationship. Give yourself time to heal before jumping into the romance pool again. Employing the principles of Feng Shui also gives a much-needed boost to your love life, even when you don't have an issue with finding dates, but would like to find someone who will commit romantically. If you are looking to be lucky in love, then ponder these helpful Feng Shui hints. 1. When you are trying to move past a failed relationship to make way for a new one, it can be tough to let go of old ties and rediscover who you are. In Feng Shui, the focus is on positive energy. You cannot capture the positive if you are still holding on to the negative. In other words, you need to get rid of photos of old flames as well as gifts and memorabilia that would remind you of them. Living each day with these reminders keep you firmly entrenched in the past. 2. Pamper yourself in the bedroom. Indulge in new bedding from sheets to pillows to comforters. Old energy can reside in those things dragging you down, so bringing in new positive bedding can be a great pick-me-up for the next stage in readying yourself for romance. If you can afford it, splurge on a new mattress as well. 3. Make some space. When your bedroom is filled with all of your things, there is no room for new growth, especially in the romance department. Having some available closet and drawer space invites new romantic possibilities into your life. By clearing out a little space, you also have the perfect opportunity to clear out additional clutter. By making room in your home, you are essentially opening up to more positive chi, and that can only help out in the romance arena. 4. Focus on some romantic aspects in the bedroom. Using Feng Shui principles, take an objective look at your room from the doorway. What do you see first? Does the southwest area of the room, also known as the relationship area, look inviting? Employing symbols that traditionally mean love and romance will help in the bedroom as well. Using romantic candles in pairs, typically red or pink, is optimal, as is using the color green, which symbolizes the nurturing of new growth, an important part of a successful romantic relationship. The bottom line is that with your love life, you have to be proactive using Feng Shui. Don't wait for failure to realize that you have to change something. Always be aware of your surroundings and conduct self-assessment in throughout the home and bedroom to see where Feng Shui can bolster your chances of romantic success. Chapter 9. Sleeping Better. Feng Shui is beneficial for a lot of things, but did you know that this ancient Chinese practice can also help you if you are losing sleep? Feng Shui is an ancient principle that combines arts and sciences to create a pleasing environment which is conducive to positive flow of qi, the energy of the universe. By regulating this qi and keeping the flow positive, you can improve your time in sleepland. How well you sleep can affect your activities throughout the day. In addition, your health can eventually become affected as well if you develop chronic insomnia. Sleep is one of the most important things we do in our lives because it recharges our internal batteries so that we can get through a day. If the environment in which we sleep is not inviting for sleep, then Feng Shui can help. One of the most important tips in Feng Shui is to avoid sleeping with your head pointed towards the door. This is because when energy enters the room, if your head and body are in a direct line, it will bear the brunt of this blast of energy, which can be subconsciously unnerving and can interrupt or even prevent sleep. The best place to position your bed where this blast of energy won't be a problem would be to place it in an area where you can still see the door but not be in a direct line to it, and at the same time, avoid having your feet facing the door as well. Positioning your bed right below a window can also be detrimental to your sleeping habits. The window presents a way for any of your positive qi to diffuse or escape right out the window. In addition, a window above your bed also invites bad qi to enter a room, and since it would be right above your head, you would experience most of the bad flow of qi first before it disperses throughout the room. If your room configuration only allows your bed to be located under a window, be sure to use some attractive curtains over the window, which will effectively black out any negative energy from entering or any positive energy from escaping. In terms of decor, try and avoid inviting any water symbolism into your room. While water is considered lucky and represents abundance in the Chinese Feng Shui culture, it can actually have a detrimental effect if placed in the bedroom. Avoid having a pitcher of water or even little tabletop fountains in your room as well. Architectural elements or pieces of furniture can have a harmful effect on your sleeping. If any sharp-angled corners or a sloping ceiling is pointed at the bed area, these are considered poison arrows by Feng Shui practices and produce bad qi. By blocking the effects of these poison arrows, you can maintain a positive flow of qi in the room and hopefully sleep better at night. Hanging silk plants or even pretty lighting can diffuse the effects of these sharp corners or angles. Other issues can also hinder your ability to get a good night's sleep. According to Feng Shui, any ties to past relationships can cripple your romantic life in the bedroom, which in turn can affect your sleep. Get rid of photos or old flames and even memorabilia. If there is something you cannot part with, relocate the item to another part of the home. Purchase new bedding and accessories as a way to cleanse your bedroom, which might also have some old, stale, pent-up energy that could be keeping you up at night. Cleansing a room is healing and purifying. Also, employ some aromatherapy techniques in the bedroom by using such scents as lavender or vanilla for a calming effect. Any one technique may not bring sleep to your normally toss-turn ritual. Therefore, you will want to incorporate a few of these pieces of advice. Hopefully, you will soon be sleeping like a baby. Chapter 10. House Shopping with Feng Shui. In order to achieve a household with a harmonious flow of energy, you should really start at the very beginning, while you are still shopping for a house. It is much harder to start employing Feng Shui principles after you purchase a home, because what if that home already has several negative Feng Shui aspects against it? It is so much harder to overcome existing Feng Shui obstacles. That is why you should look for pleasing Feng Shui during the house hunt itself. Now keep in mind that not every home can use Feng Shui totally that will please everyone in your family. However, by looking at the big picture, Feng Shui style, you can then work on the little things once you are settled into your new home. Many homeowners can avoid negative energy problems by taking Feng Shui into consideration during the buying stages. Perhaps the toughest Feng Shui obstacles that cannot always be overcome are those that are integrated into the very architecture of the home. Step 1 in evaluating a potential home using Feng Shui is looking to see if there are any poison arrows pointing at the house or located within the house. These poison arrows come in the form of odd slanted ceilings, sharp corners and angles, triangular shapes, and anything else similar inside the home. Looking outside, check other buildings and homes in the area to see if their odd angles or corners point directly to your home. These are all things that you cannot fix yourself. The second step in evaluating a home using Feng Shui is viewing its surroundings. If it is located at a T-junction, this is considered to be extremely bad qi as there are no barriers to slow down either runaway cars or forceful energies. Your home could be both literally and figuratively slammed. In addition, houses located in a fork or Y in the road experience the same problems. How your house is situated in terms of its ground level is also important. If your home is lower than the road or ground level, in Feng Shui terms, this could be seen in relation to a sinking ship analogy. You would never be able to keep a positive flow of energy circulating throughout your home. Be sure to purchase a home that is at least ground level or elevated above ground level, as it will keep your flow of qi on a positive keel. It is much easier to regulate a rising level of qi than a sinking one. The gardens and landscaping around the home should be pleasing with no poison arrows pointing to your home or even to the neighbors. If you have any of these arrows pointing to a neighbor's home, this could bring bad relations with them. Luckily, in terms of landscaping, problems such as this are more easily eliminated. If you notice some Feng Shui problem areas such as a walkway leading straight to the door, use your imagination as to some options that could soften the energy flow that travels fast up that straight path. If you can easily incorporate some shrubbery or even landscape decor like a bird bath or garden gazing ball, these can deflect a huge rush of energy towards the door. Therefore, minor Feng Shui inconveniences such as this should not hold back a decision to own that particular home. So, as you can see, there are a few things that can make a true difference between the possibilities of good or bad Feng Shui before you even move into a home. If you can do all that you can to ensure the best possible energy flow before you move in, you won't have any problems afterwards. Chapter 11. Layout for the Feng Shui Home Office. Since Feng Shui can be a peaceful, positive balance of energy to the living areas of the home, why not try it for your home office? If you run your own business or work for another company from home, consider yourself lucky. No commuting, no tools, no gasoline spent equals more money in your pocket. The trick to working from home, however, is being able to segregate your personal life from your business. Using Feng Shui principles should help you with this separation of work and home in the most harmonious, beneficial way possible. In order to achieve possible qi when stepping from your home center to your work center, you will want to utilize as many of the following Feng Shui tips as possible. 1. The most beneficial workspace within the home is one where you have a separate entry into the room from the outside. A converted sunroom off a patio is one possibility, as is an office above the garage area with a separate stairwell on the outside of the building. However, if that is not possible, try to choose a room that is as far away from your bedroom so that work and romance don't accidentally mix. That means no computer in the bedroom either. 2. Choose items for your office that will inspire your creativity, dispel uncertainty, and spur on productivity. You can do this by using Feng Shui principles to choose the colors for your wall as well as the fabrics and textures. Some crystals have healing properties that can quell stress and precipitate imagination. Choose the objects that will instill the very qualities you wish to show to the world outside. 3. Clutter can be a major downer in the home office. Therefore, choose special storage devices based on Feng Shui that will help keep clutter to a minimum. Schedule a cleaning day on your calendar so that you will always have the time to finish that filing and putting everything back in its place. 4. Without clean oxygenated air, you will have trouble concentrating in your home office. Stagnation is a big problem in home offices because no one thinks of cleansing the space by opening a window for a little fresh air. In addition, you can install a few beneficial air purifying plants as well. 5. Light is one of the founding principles of Feng Shui, so it stands to reason that you should employ it in your home office as well. When possible, use natural light from the sun. This could be from raising the blinds or pulling the curtains away from the windows. If you have a window that is not in a good location for this, you can hang a mirror just opposite the window to reflect that natural light and positive energy from it into the room. If you must bring in additional light into a room, avoid fluorescent bulbs at all costs. These are artificial and are considered bad Feng Shui. Instead, use warm lighting and dimmer switches if possible to regulate the brightness of the light source. 6. Where you place your desk is important as well. You want to choose a command position which places the desk where you would sit with your back to the wall while facing the doorway. If you cannot get around facing your desk against the wall, place artwork on the wall such as a mural or nature scene so that it appears that you are actually looking out a window. This will soften the negative qi you would get by facing the wall with your back to the door, unable to reflect any energy rushing through the door. Of course, as with any Feng Shui principles, there are a few more things that can affect your energy flow. However, the 6 items aforementioned best represent what you should look out for when planning your home office layout and decor. Chapter 12. Happy Homes. You can create a happy home with Feng Shui. You may already have a family who loves you and provides support at any time. So what happens if you are blessed with not only those qualities, but also great health and a happy living area that you can share with your family? Chances are, with that double blessing, you may have some Feng Shui going in your home. There are countless Feng Shui techniques and cures that can effectively boost the positive qi in your home, which translates into happy families. And even if you have some problem spots in the home, you can still employ Feng Shui and achieve a harmonious balance of energy. So how do you do it yourself? Here are some ideas to help you get started. 1. Water is one of the most essential elements in the ancient Chinese culture, which created Feng Shui. Water signifies abundance and good luck. However, you have to be careful about exactly where a water feature is employed in and around your home. Otherwise, the water element can be counterproductive. For instance, you do not want to use a water element inside the bedrooms, as all the positive energy it produces could keep you awake at night, making you tired, irritable, and in need of a Feng Shui embrace. 2. Install cheerful representations throughout your home so that you will be reminded of what a great family you have. The east area of your home, as well as the kitchen and living rooms, can benefit from positive qi. Be sure to place family pictures and mementos in an area that invokes happy thoughts, which of course lead to happy families. 3. Keep clutter to a minimum for unfettered happiness the Feng Shui way. Clutter represents disorganization and uncleanliness, which can bring the mood of your family down. In addition, dirt can be a potential Feng Shui problem, so you will want to clean it up. 4. Use the bagua and compass to thoroughly decipher where your life centers are. This will help you with matching the 5 elements to particular life center areas in the home. When you can closely match the elements with the life centers, the result is a pleasing family life and positive qi. 5. Use a water element in your home to mimic abundance and good luck. Just remember that there are a few rules you should follow so that you are not hindered by any bad qi. For instance, do not use water fountains or other water sources in the bedroom. That is considered bad luck and detrimental to happy homes. However, it is considered good qi in the kitchen or even family rooms too. 6. Use organic products as much as possible. These do not contain any harsh pollutants such as pesticides. A family who eats healthy and together is a happy family. Following the same vein, limit the use of electrical products in the family public areas. These products emit electromagnetic fields which can be detrimental. 7. Be sure and use all tools of Feng Shui from the Lo Pan, which is a Feng Shui compass, and the Bagua, an 8-directional map. These tools help you map your home so that you can employ the right colors and decorative items for the maximum amount of family happiness. A home with a harmonious flow of positive qi is a home with a happy family. You have to work at it every day, from cleaning the clutter in the bathroom to the kitchen to using mirrors the right way. By creating a special Feng Shui haven in your home, your family will maintain close ties and be one happy group. Chapter 13. Health begins with Feng Shui. Do you have a sunny disposition when you wake up in the morning and feel revved up and ready to tackle your day? Or do you feel fine when you first wake up, but feel your energy and disposition go steadily downhill throughout the day? The answers could be tied into your environment, meaning your living and workspaces. According to Feng Shui principles, everything has a special energy, a certain qi, universal energy. Every person, whether they believe it or not, is connected with the environment around them, so it is essential that the energy in that environment be positively balanced. Some people believe that sounds sort of metaphysical. Well, these viewpoints about your surroundings are based in the art and science of Feng Shui. Because you might deal with different types of stress every day, your environment should reflect a healthy, happy home. In other words, a safe, peaceful home is the perfect haven against the daily rigors of stress that might come from work, illness, or even world events. Therefore, your home should have a harmonious balance of qi in order for your body to recharge every day after the bombardment of negative energy from outside forces. Feng Shui has its skeptics, but several thousand years of practice by the Chinese tell a positive tale. The ancient Chinese developed these principles in order to enrich each other's lives, as well as balance the energy around them. Being deeply in tune with their surroundings was one of the main building blocks of Feng Shui. While you may not totally buy into this vision, stop and think about what the clutter around your home does to you. Many people report feeling anxious and out of sorts when faced with endless clutter, and some even report mild depression. Even doctors say that when someone feels depressed, that their immune systems are suppressed and are more susceptible to illness and fatigue. Psychologists say that light and colors affect a person's mood and behavior, and many people are quick to believe that. After all, a professional with years of training and degrees said so. Well, Feng Shui has touted this for thousands of years. Using the 5 elements theory in Feng Shui, you could determine which colors could be used in your rooms to create the most pleasing balance of energy, as well as influence your health, prosperity, wealth, and a happy marriage and home. In order to achieve great health and a happy life, there are some tried and true practices in Feng Shui that you should address before determining colors, textures, and other decorative elements. First of all, clutter was addressed earlier. You'll want to eliminate as much clutter as possible. This will remove some of the negative energy it emanates. It may be hard at first getting rid of things. However, many people report after some clutter purging that their moods became lighter and lighter with each thing they got rid of. That certainly sounds like a testament to one aspect of Feng Shui. Next, you will want to tackle the issue of light. According to Feng Shui principles, light is the ultimate qi, especially natural sunlight. Therefore, you will want to let in as much light as possible into your home. If some rooms have only one window in which to let in natural light, have a mirror in the room to reflect the light. If you have the resources, install a skylight in a room that needs light the most. Warm or full-spectrum lighting is acceptable for other areas of the home. Avoid artificial-looking lights like the fluorescent variety. Once you have tackled the clutter and light, then you are ready to employ other Feng Shui methods. You will discover after you are done that your home has truly become a safe, positive haven for you, and that you are happier and healthier than you have been in a long time. Chapter 14. Prosperity with Feng Shui. Feng Shui is not just about aligning and balancing the qi in your living or workspaces. It is also about creating a better life with good health, happiness in family and marriage, recognition in the workplace, and life, and also creating your own wealth and prosperity. Employing the principles of Feng Shui in your home can help you achieve these things. Using Feng Shui alone will not achieve all of these positive things alone. You have to work at it even as it provides the foundation of these things first. However, by creating an environment that has a positive qi, you yourself are empowered to do bigger and better things. Using the Bagua and Feng Shui compass along with the 5 elements and even Kua numbers will lead you to the proper colors to use on the walls, as well as certain textures and so forth. Feng Shui does not stop there, though. There are many accessories and other practices that can create a truly harmonious balance of energy. You just have to know what to do. Here are a few ideas based on Feng Shui to get you started on the true path of enlightenment. 1. Clutter needs to be banished. Things lying about in disarray disrupt the positive energy flow in the home and office. Organization is important as well as everything in its place. 2. Ensure that your home is well lit to keep the positive energy flowing. Natural light is best, but if you have a room where the windows are not strategically placed, you could use warm lighting for a lovely illuminating glow. 3. Use crystals throughout your home to energize your living areas. Certain crystals exude particular energies, so you will want to choose wisely depending on what type of characteristic you want most in a room. Here are a few examples of crystals that can be beneficial to creating wealth and prosperity in particular. Citrine is a crystal that exudes warmth, creativity, and abundance, all qualities that contribute to success. This is a good crystal to place in bathrooms and kitchen areas. Coral comes from the living sea and heightens the imagination as well as visualization and intuitive powers. These are all qualities that many successful people have. Tourmaline is a lovely crystal that comes in a few colors. It will help dispel negativity in thoughts and emotions, as well as sharpen concentration and inspiration. This crystal is perfect for the workspace in your home or even an office space. Lapis lazuli is a dark blue stone that brings mental clarity, as well as heightens communication skills, strength, and creativity. This stone is helpful in any room where you work. 4. Essential oils have been known to be a great accessory in Feng Shui practices. Depending on the scent of these essential oils, as well as where they were obtained from, they can energize your space and clear out negativity. These oils can shore up your positive energy field so that you can foster that wealth and prosperity you are seeking. Here are a few essential oils that might be beneficial to your wealth-seeking status. Eucalyptus essential oil invigorates the senses and clears the cobwebs in your mind. It also soaks up your frustrations, too. Rosemary essential oil is another invigorator which stimulates concentration and enhances the memory. Lemon oil essential oil is refreshing as well as promotes perseverance and banishes negativity. 5. The use of fountains is a great tool for success. Flowing water is a sign of abundance and promotes positive qi. Employing these great ideas derived from Feng Shui principles will help bolster your chances of success in attaining wealth and prosperity in all areas of life. Pair these things with the decorative elements of Feng Shui, and you are virtually guaranteed to succeed. Chapter 15. Feng Shui, the Automobile Way. While employing Feng Shui techniques makes sense in your living and workspaces, what about other areas in which you spend lots of time? If you were essentially a road warrior for work, that means you would be spending hours a day inside your vehicle. If you can employ Feng Shui at home or in the office, who says that you cannot try it in your automobile? Spending any length of time in your car means that you should have a pleasing space in which to travel. Feng Shui can help. Some people purchase their automobiles strictly for utilitarian reasons, while others purchase one as a symbol of status. Regardless of the whys, many people subconsciously project their personalities onto their cars, and as such, their qi along with it. You don't think about it, but since qi is based on you and how the 5 elements are incorporated in your life, it stands to reason that there is a particular qi associated with your automobile as well. Therefore, that means that there are certain things you can do to balance the qi inside your own vehicle. Because the 5 elements are intertwined with maintaining a balance of qi, it is important to remember that some of the basic principles of Feng Shui can be easily practiced with your automobile. Here are a few helpful hints. 1. Clutter and cleanliness. These things always seem to come back to haunt you no matter where you are. Clutter and dirt is directly associated with a negative energy. Therefore, you should keep both the interior and exterior of your automobile clean. You could have a clean interior, but still have negative qi because the outside of your vehicle is dirty. By clearing the clutter inside your car, you are not only rearranging things to make way for positive qi, but you are also providing yourself a safe driving environment as well. 2. How you park your car at your home also affects Feng Shui. If the garage is a separate building or even just a glorified carport, then chances are that you do not have to worry too much about negative qi or how it might affect your home. However, if your garage is attached to your home and shares at least one wall, you will have to use the Bagua map to determine which of the 5 elements corresponds with the garage. You will have to determine how the garage's element will correspond with the metal element of your automobile. If your garage is represented by the metal element already, then you are in luck. However, if the garage was located in an area where the wood element dominates, then you will have to make some changes to the space so that the metal of your vehicle and the wood element will harmonize with each other. Using splashes of the water element should help. 3. If you do not have a garage to park your automobile, do your best not to park your car with it pointing at your home or office. Because automobiles can be viewed as hulking metal predators, a car facing a home can be seen as threatening to the overall qi of the home. Parking parallel to the home is optimal. 4. If the vehicle has a number of electronic accessories such as Bluetooth, cell phones, satellite radio, and more, be sure to drink plenty of water during your drives to flush any negative energy away that these electronic devices output. In addition, sprinkle sea salt on the carpets. Sea salt is regularly used to cleanse negative energy away. By sprinkling it on the carpets, it is essentially absorbing the negative qi in the vehicle, which can then be vacuumed out regularly to start fresh and new. Feng Shui for the automobile is not necessarily a true ancient Chinese practice. It is more of a westernized view of maintaining a positive balance even in a vehicle. However, whether you believe it or not, you can use some of the tips aforementioned just as a precautionary measure. What will it hurt? Chapter 16. Storage Tricks. Feng Shui principles cannot be successfully carried out in your home or work environment unless you get a handle on clutter. Just imagine clutter as scattered negative energy, always getting in the way of the positive qi. Clutter is the reason why professional organizers have a job. For the most part, not utilizing the storage space you have, in addition to pack rat tendencies, contributed the most to clutter. So it stands to reason that if you tackle your storage issues, you will be well on your way to good Feng Shui. In order to create a positive qi, you have to understand that some of the storage solutions that professional organizers utilize are actually bad Feng Shui practices. Their goal is not to let any unused corners, backs of doors, and such go to waste. However, practicing good Feng Shui means that you should leave some storage space unused to project a more open look, which allows for positive flow of qi. Because some practices will conflict, here are a few guidelines to help you not only tackle your storage and clutter dilemmas, but also keep on the good side of Feng Shui. 1. Storage spaces like bookcases, closets, and even filing cabinets that are packed full of stuff leave no room for the flow of energy or qi in the room. According to Feng Shui, you should leave some space in any storage solution you may have, as this will always allow for new growth in your life. For instance, a packed bedroom closet leaves no room for romantic growth in your relationships. A full bookcase indicates that you will have a hard time accepting new information and possibilities. 2. Avoid storage solutions that hang from the ceiling. According to Feng Shui principles, this creates a repressive negative energy that presses down on whatever is below. In addition, storage units that linger overhead simulate clouds of depression and can cause anxiety and fatigue. 3. Under-the-bed storage is generally discouraged in Feng Shui, as it can cause problems with sleep and restlessness. If you must use the storage space beneath the bed, avoid any sharp or hard objects, as this can compound sleep problems. 4. Too much foo-foo is bad Feng Shui. If you have a collection of memorabilia and pictures you wish to display, rotate them out every so often and store the extras in drawers and cabinets. An overabundance of knickknacks gives the illusion of clutter, which promotes negative energy. 5. Nix any ideas of installing shelving on the wall by your bedside, desk area, or even around the doorway. This storage solution causes similar repressive qualities like the overhead storage. Headaches, fatigue, and slight confusion or disorientation are common side effects to this storage solution. 6. Unsightly storage solutions such as pegboards and vinyl wire shelving units are great organizers behind closed doors, so limit these solutions to the garage and closets, two places which do not affect the overall qi as much as in your environment. 7. Aesthetic functionality is crucial to Feng Shui decor. Choose storage solutions for jewelry and toiletry items that are attractive and blend well with your surroundings. When you use something cheap-looking like a plastic ashtray to hold loose change or earrings, that just drags down the mood of the room. Invest in some color-coordinating plastic storage solutions or other inexpensive yet attractive alternatives. 8. Use hooks wisely in your home. They are appropriate for the backs of closet or bathroom doors. However, do not load them down with clothing or other items. This will only lead to oppressive feelings in the room. Absolutely do not use storage hooks on bedroom doors or even the main entry and exit doors to your home. There are plenty of other Feng Shui ideas for storage solutions that will definitely help with maintaining a good positive qi throughout your home and living space. Use the ideas listed here wisely and walk through your home and think of some other creative ways to keep everything in its proper place while still promoting good Feng Shui. Chapter 17. Feng Shui Romance Tips. If you are a Feng Shui follower, then you know all about manipulating your environment in order to improve your chances of success and wealth, and even improve health and increase prosperity. You can employ the same Feng Shui principles to attract romance and love as well. If you are seeking a significant other, look at your surroundings. What do you see? If there is clutter, dust, and benign neglect, then it is no wonder you are batting zero in the love department. Nothing deflects love and romance more than unattractiveness. If your own home is cluttered, not well lit, and you have chosen the wrong colors and textures in your decor, you will greatly lessen your chances of romance and love. However, by carrying over those Feng Shui techniques into your love life, you will find a new lease on life. Whether you have been married for years or are seeking the perfect companion, Feng Shui can help. Here are a few helpful hints to get you started on the path to true love. 1. Pair up. Take a look at your seating arrangements in your home. Are there chairs placed as if in solitary confinement? If your furniture is arranged so that it does not encourage sitting together or visiting with people, rearrange your living space. Place 2 single chairs together to create an intimate seating arrangement. Use love seats. Make sure that other seating is angled toward one another as if an invitation to rest and chat a while. A solitary seating arrangement is not inviting to potential love mates. Carry this theory of solitary existence into your decor. If you have any statues, paintings, photographs, or other artwork that features solo figures, you are sending a signal that you like being alone and don't need a mate. If you are indeed seeking love and romance, place paired images, especially ones depicting couples, around your living space. This portrays you as open to new relationships. 2. Nix the TV in the bedroom. Having the television going in the bedroom sends a clear non-romantic signal. Therefore, move the television out and try reading instead. Poetry or stories about love filters into your subconscious, making you more receptive and attractive to the opposite sex. 3. Create an inviting bedroom scene. While a king-size bed provides plenty of room, in the romance department it actually is discouraging to cultivating intimacy. Queen-size beds still offer room and yet promote cuddling and togetherness. In addition, placement of your bed says a lot too. Do not push the side of the bed against the wall. That move subconsciously sends a signal that you are closed off and don't wish to share in an intimate relationship. If you cannot part with a king-size bed, at least indulge in the bedding. Choose patterned sheets or colors that promote a little sizzle. Sensuous-feeling bedding, fluffy pillows, and sheets go a long way toward invoking a receptive mood for love. In addition, clear some room for a potential significant other. If you are showing that you are making room for another person, i.e. a spare toothbrush, special towels, space in the closet, etc., that means you are open to romance and love. 4. Make a loving space. According to Feng Shui principles, the far corner of your home to the right is your relationship area. By making this particular area inviting and warm, you are maintaining a positive qi and keeping the option of romance and love open. 5. Keep the bedroom private. The bedroom is for romance, and having pictures of kids and other family is not conducive to romantic love. Display your happy family photos and memorabilia in other areas of the home, and keep your own bedroom a private romantic sanctuary. 6. Employ warm colors in decor. In keeping with Feng Shui principles, the use of warm colors is important and can increase the positive qi in your home that is conducive to romance and love. Vibrant, bold colors like red and burgundy attract passion and adventure in a mate, while warm, yet softer colors like coral and mauve draw a lower key yet attentive mate. Chapter 18. Feng Shui Health Tips. Feng Shui philosophy is practiced and applied by many people in the West today, as it is believed to bring prosperity, harmony, and health. The most popular reason why people turn to Feng Shui is for wealth closely followed by health. First of all, you need to know that when it comes to tips on Feng Shui for health, east is the direction that requires your attention, and wood is the element you should be using. One of the most important things related to Feng Shui for health is that the surrounding environment should be clean and organized. This allows energy to flow better and is supposed to allow people to live a healthier life. All houses and environments have accumulated bad energy, which needs to be eliminated in order to make the cures more efficient and effective. Keeping a healthy home can help you enhance and balance your own energy levels. The living and working space should be kept in a good and functional condition. You should avoid things that are damaged and cannot be repaired. Old and broken things should be repaired or replaced. Do not leave cracked walls and peeling paint on the walls. You should have a candle burning in the east part of the house as often as you can, because this is something that can increase the levels of the positive and healing energy. Green or earth candles are mostly preferred for this because they offer a sense of serenity. If you have things that you don't use, you should eliminate them as soon as possible. Do not keep things that are no longer useful or valuable because the accumulation of junk prohibits the flow of energy. You should eliminate clutter as much as possible. Be brave and honest and get rid of things that are either bad or not useful anymore. Toilets and bathrooms play a very significant role in the Feng Shui practice. They should always be very clean and tidy. The lid should always be closed and the bathroom door should also be closed when not in use. The bedroom is also a very important room. It is related to health because of sleep. Sleeping time is the period of day that adds to our rejuvenation and relaxation. Bedrooms should be clean and well appointed. You should also avoid electronic equipment. Do not keep laptops or phones in the bedroom. TVs and radios produce electromagnetic fields that can harm your health by disrupting your energy levels. Do not place the bed close to a wall that has a toilet on the other side, because this is one of the major health threats according to the basic principles of Feng Shui. Enhance your bedroom and house with wood, adding several green accents and different treatments. If your bedroom is in the east, you should use solid wood furniture in green colors. Chapter 19. A happy child through decorating. Feng Shui can be beneficial not only to the main living areas of your home, but also your children's rooms as well. After all, they need a good balance of positive energy for happiness and health, too. In many instances, a child's bedroom also serves as the play area as well. That means you will encounter plenty of toys, games, and books in addition to clothing and other child paraphernalia. All that stuff instigates clutter. In order to practice good Feng Shui in a kid's room, cleaning the clutter is the first step towards a well-balanced chair. What is so great these days is the abundance of storage options available for kids' rooms that easily help manage the clutter in their room. With these storage solutions in place, all it takes is an easy cleaning routine that your children can follow each day in order to maintain a clutter-free area. Both you as the parent and your child will also benefit by employing Feng Shui in their bedrooms. By having a cleaning routine in place, that is just one less situation to debate about with the kids. Plus, when parents view a messy room, can you imagine the negative cheer at that moment? A clean room is calming and allows both kids and parents to have more time to spend together. One of the most important parts of Feng Shui is having clean, purified air in which to breathe. Sometimes, homes are full of objects that give off toxic fumes, so having plenty of oxygen in the children's rooms is important. Consider placing a few air-purifying plants in their rooms like a Boston fern or English ivy. Of course, if the children are younger, you will want to make sure that the plants are out of their reach. There are also a few rules as to the placement of furniture, especially the bed. If at all possible, have the bed face in a northern direction. However, don't place the bed near the window, especially the head of the bed. As a matter of fact, the optimal place for a bed would be facing north with the headboard against a solid wall. Do not place the bed in the direct path of the door, as that might disrupt the energy entering and leaving the room. The bed should have a sturdy frame with a clearance of at least 6 to 8 inches above the floor, with space under the bed. It's best if you do not store anything under the bed. Also, you should avoid a mattress with coiled springs, as the metal in them produces negative energy. Of course, make sure that the lighting in the room is not fluorescent or any other artificial form. Warm lighting and natural light coming in from the windows is optimal. If there is a desk or work area in the child's room, make sure that the desk is not situated where your child is sitting with their back to the door. If possible, avoid having live animals like snakes, gerbils, guinea pigs, and such. Animals such as this can break up the positive energy in the room and will essentially pollute the clean air your child needs to have good Feng Shui. Fish are okay, as water is one of the 5 elements that are viewed upon favorably. In addition to the aforementioned suggestions, you will want to make sure and follow other essential Feng Shui practices to maximize the positive qi in your child's room. Choosing colors, textures, and decorative items are important just as much as picking up the clutter and purifying the air with plants. Chapter 20. Positive Energy in the Dining Room. Dinner, for many cultures, has been seen as the perfect way to foster a community spirit and build strong ties with family, friends, and even people you don't know. Perhaps that is why fundraising dinners are so popular and successful. However, with the crazy pace we set for ourselves these days with work, school, family obligations, and extracurricular activities, dinner time around the dining room table has fallen by the wayside. Dining rooms in many homes these days are rarely used, thanks to busy lives. For some people, the dining room is too formal and no one wants to eat in there except for special occasions. Other times, because it is not often used, people will turn it into a work area. Dining rooms need to be utilized for their intended purpose, a place to congregate with family to enjoy a good meal and catch up with each other's lives. In other words, the dining room can help us stay in tune with family activities and relationships. Perhaps employing some Feng Shui techniques will help in bringing back the family meal in the dining room. The most important thing to remember for your dining room is to avoid clutter. Clutter can turn a normally cheerful room into a depressing, negative area. Do not create a cramped space with too much furniture or using oversized furniture. In addition, using dark furniture in a small space, as dining rooms tend to be, will create an oppressive atmosphere not conducive to fostering strong ties or good digestion. Create an open feel in your dining room. Part of Feng Shui is keeping some open space so that everyone has room to maneuver and also allow positive qi to flow throughout the room. If you have a dining table that would normally seat 8, try and remove 2 chairs for a roomy seating of 6 instead. Use mirrors on the walls if you have 2 entrances into the dining area that face each other. This will divert energy from moving through the dining room too fast. In addition, mirrors aid in improving the harmonious flow of positive qi in the room. If possible, position the mirror directly opposite something aesthetically pleasing, such as a lovely vase of flowers or a lovely scene outside a window. Mirrors can also add to the illusion that you have more food than what is really on the table, thus avoiding overeating. The reflection, in essence, is doubling your tasty, wonderful bounty, which translates into abundance of life. Of course, if you use the dining table for anything other than eating, mirrors will reflect any clutter left lying about as well, and that is definite bad Feng Shui. Focus on the here and now and look to the future. Remove old pieces of furniture or decor that would have a detrimental impact on dining conversation. Introduce pieces of decor or furniture that are inviting and would promote great conversation. Eating the family meal at the end of the day should be relaxing, so adjust the lighting to create a mellow space that will tone down any overactive energy lingering around. Choose soothing colors that reflect the element that best suits the space used on your bagua. Use curtains instead of mini blinds, which metaphysically chop up energy in a room. Eliminate distractions in the room while you eat to create an inviting atmosphere of sharing and caring. Mute the phones and turn off pagers and cell phones, and keep the television off. Losing these distractions will aid digestion and foster open lines of communication with everyone dining at the table. With no outside forces to divert attention, everyone will have to pay attention to each other. In addition, reposition any clocks in the room so that no one can see them while they are sitting at the dining table. This also adds to a better Feng Shui experience.